Born in 1930 in Minocqua, Wisconsin as Nancy Mary Schilling, Sister Jane Edward was the oldest of 5 children. She was bright, spirited, happy, a good athlete, and she loved music. As a young girl, her dream was to be a dentist like her father. That is, until she received the calling to become a sister of St. Joseph of Carondelet while in high school. She went on to earn a Bachelor of Arts degree in European and American History at Fontbonne College and a Master's in Medieval History at Loyola University. Jane started her career as a teacher in St. Rita's Parish in St. Louis, Missouri. But it wasn't until she was assigned to St. Matthew's Parish, a poor African-American community, that she truly blossomed. She taught school in the parish and helped with teenage volunteers at Homer G. Phillips Hospital, the Black facility in town. During that time, she also helped Father Dismas Clark run the Dismas House, a halfway house for former convicts.
I came to Indianapolis from St. Louis, where I worked in the Black community that was totally segregated. Even the nearby hospital, Homer G. Phillips, was segregated. After school, I supervised teenagers who fed patients in the hospital. And one day I was so sick that I decided I was going to go to Homer G and they were going to serve me. So I went and I told the doctor. The doctor said, why don't you go to hospital number 2 for white people? I said, it's too far away. He said, well, you know, sister, we can't not serve you. We cannot serve you. You know that better than I, that I cannot treat you. And I said, well, I haven't told her, but I've been passing for a long time. Oh, he said, that's fine. Come right in here. We'll take care of you. He knew I was lying.
In 1965, Sister Jane was transferred to Indianapolis, a move that would be life-changing in so many ways. She was called to serve as principal of Holy Angels School. Holy Angels would hire an assistant pastor that would again be a life-changing moment for Sister Jane. She once said when Father Boniface Hardin came to Holy Angels, they clicked at first sight. The two would end up working tirelessly together in the name of social justice.
We've discussed truth in broadcasting before on this program, and for once, Indianapolis received the truth. Many people are violently ill this morning. General Hospital is afflicted with nausea in the white community. The liquor stores opened early in the Black community to celebrate.
They led marches and protests against police brutality, against the building of a highway through the neighborhood, and against economic and social discrimination. The two worked so well together that shortly after Father Boniface left Holy Angels in 1969 to found the Martin Center, Sister Jane followed him and became the chief researcher and administrative coordinator for the center's activities. When Sister Jane and Father Boniface became convinced of the need for an institution of higher learning for those who had been denied access to college, Sister Jane became the founding vice president of Martin Center College. Based on social justice and adult learning principles, Martin Center College was established in 1977.
We started with 2 students, and the recruiters worked very hard. Their name was Boniface and Jane. And people began to start coming until we had about, big number. We had 27 students. And then came the day we said we can't get 27 people in this one room. We'll have to look for a new place. And somebody said, out in Brightwood, there's a school that closed down because of the highway, and it's just sitting empty, and so is the church. So out we came, and we opened the door over there in that other building, been sitting, and the water had come through the building, and there were icicles inside hanging down. All over, we had to knock the icicles to get in the rooms. And he said, dang, this is just great.
Sister Jane oversaw the growth of the school into its current designation, Martin University. She served the university for 30 years until she retired in 2007. She became known as the heart and soul of the university, the source of humor that livened everyday activities on campus. Sister Jane was the architect for grant writing and accreditation efforts at the school and the chief philosopher of the Martin educational philosophy.
She's the real educational radical. She has kept the faith and hasn't allowed the institution to vary from its purpose and mission, and has maintained its integrity and allowed the accreditation and has made it an educational beacon of freedom in this community, in this state, in this country.
During her years at Indianapolis, not only did she lead Martin University, Sister Jane also gave of her time and talents to other community organizations. She worked on the Crispus Attucks Museum Committee. She was active with the Indianapolis Public Schools, and she was also involved with the Martin Center. In 2005, she received an honorary Doctor of Law degree from Martin University.
It is my great honor to present to you Martin's latest honorary doctor, and most deservedly so, who has touched all of our lives here. Ladies and gentlemen, Sister Jane Schilling.
Sister Jane is now back living with her sisters of St. Joseph of Carondelet in St. Louis. On this Founders Day, Martin University proudly salutes the life and dedication of Sister Jane Edward.